Did you know that every single second of your life, there's an invisible war raging inside of you? I mean, right now. Billions of microscopic invaders are trying to make your body their home. So today, we're going to dive into the incredible story of your personal army, your immune system, and see just how it keeps you safe. To really get a grip on this microscopic war, let's start with something we've all been through. Imagine you get a small cut, maybe from a rusty nail. That's it. Your body's first line of defense, your skin, has been breached. And for the trillions of bacteria just hanging out nearby, this is a golden opportunity. The gates are open. The second that barrier is broken, bacteria just swarm into the wound. To them, it's a paradise. Warm, full of nutrients, and totally undefended. They have one mission and one mission only: multiply as fast as humanly or bacterially possible. The invasion has begun. And they are terrifyingly fast. I mean, get this, we're talking about their population doubling every 20 minutes. In just a few hours, a single bacterium can explode into millions. At first, they're kind of flying under the radar, but once they hit that critical mass, they start doing real damage. The clock is officially ticking.
So who answers the alarm first? That would be the guards of your innate immune system. Think of these as the fast, non-specific, brute force soldiers. Their only job is to contain any threat, and they do it immediately and, well, pretty violently.
Leading this first charge are the macrophages. These are giant cells that are always patrolling your tissues. Their main weapon is a process called phagocytosis, which literally means cell eating, and they are absolutely voracious. A single one can swallow up to 100 bacteria, trap them, and just dissolve them with deadly enzymes.
But what if the macrophages get overwhelmed? Well, they send out chemical signals screaming for backup. And that backup is the neutrophils. These cells are the absolute shock troops of your immune system. They fight so furiously that they kill everything: bacteria, healthy body cells, you name it, creating these barriers of dead cells just to trap the enemy. They're so destructive, they're actually programmed to self-destruct after just 5 days, to limit the collateral damage.
Okay, so let's pause for a second. This first response we've been talking about, the innate system on the left, it's all about speed. It kicks in within minutes or hours. But its attack is really general. It just targets anything that looks foreign. And, this is crucial, it has no memory. So if this brute force attack isn't enough, your body calls in the second branch you see on the right, the adaptive system. It's slower, it takes days to get going, but it is highly specific and it never ever forgets an enemy. And this is where the real strategy, the real intelligence kicks in. When that first wave is struggling, your body calls in its elite special forces. This is a highly specialized team that develops a custom-tailored plan to take out this one specific invader. So, meet the dendritic cell. You can think of it as the intelligence officer of your immune system. It shows up at the battlefield, but it's not there to fight. It's there to gather intel. It actually eats an invading bacterium, breaks it into little pieces, and then wears those pieces on its surface like a trophy. Then it starts a super important journey to the nearest command center, a lymph node. So, inside this bustling lymph node, the dendritic cell presents its enemy intel. It's basically showing this bacteria fragment to millions of potential soldiers, searching and searching for one very specific cell, the one helper T cell that is a perfect match for this one specific invader. It's a huge task, but when it finally finds that match, an incredible chain reaction gets triggered. That one single activated helper T cell, it becomes the general of this entire war. It immediately starts cloning itself, multiplying into thousands of identical cells. Some of these clones will then rush to the battlefield to supercharge the macrophages, while others stay behind in the command center to activate the next and honestly the most powerful phase of the attack. The helper T cells then go and activate their counterparts, the B cells. And once these B cells get the order, they transform into biological weapons factories. They start pumping out millions upon millions of these tiny Y-shaped proteins that are designed to hunt down one enemy and one enemy only. And you know what they're called? Antibodies. Now, this is not a small-scale operation. We're talking about overwhelming force. Millions of these custom-built antibodies get released from the lymph node, they flood into your bloodstream, and they saturate your entire body as they race towards the infection. The tide of this battle is about to turn. Big time. So, back at the wound, those first-line defenders, they're exhausted. They're falling back. But now, the cavalry arrives. The battlefield is completely flooded with these specific targeted antibodies, and in a massive, coordinated final push, the bacterial invasion is finally and systematically wiped out.
So how do these antibodies actually win the fight? Well, they're precision weapons. They swarm the bacteria and neutralize them, basically blocking them from doing any more harm. They can stun and disable them. And maybe, most importantly, they mark them for destruction. They paint a giant target on each invader. That makes it incredibly easy for the macrophages to find them and, eat them.
After the victory, most of these specialized cells self-destruct to save energy, but a few veterans stick around. These are the memory T and B cells. They are the living history of that battle. And if that exact same bacteria ever tries to invade again, these memory cells will unleash an immediate, overwhelming response. Often, they destroy the threat before you even have a clue you're sick. That is immunity.
So, what's the big takeaway here? This whole complex, coordinated system isn't just a shield, it's an intelligent learning network. And, understanding how it works helps us understand how we can better support it.
All right, let's clear up a really common misconception about antibiotics. They are not the main army here. Your immune system is. Think of antibiotics as support troops. They help out by weakening the enemy, maybe by stopping them from reproducing or building their cell walls. This buys your own immune system precious time to mount its full intelligent response and finish the job for good. The cool thing is, we can actively support our internal army. A balanced diet, that provides the actual protein and vitamin building blocks for new immune cells and those antibody weapons. Sleep, that's when your body produces key immune signals. Good hygiene just reduces the number of bad guys your army has to fight in the first place. And staying hydrated helps your immune cells travel around your body efficiently. It's all connected.
And that really is the ultimate takeaway, isn't it? This system we just walked through isn't just some dumb defensive wall. It learns from every single fight. It adapts its strategy. It remembers its enemies for your entire lifetime. It is a true marvel of biological intelligence, and it's working tirelessly